Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I wanted to do question number 24 from the August 2022 Regents Exam. I created a video earlier on how to do this, and I thought about it a little bit. I thought there was a better way that I could explain it and some things on the calculator that you can use. So I wanted to redo it. So let me just jump in and work through it. Right. So here we have a question. It says the volume of a trapezoidal prism can be found using the formula V equals 1/2 A parentheses B plus C parentheses times H. Which equation is correctly solved for B? Now, this is basically just trying to isolate the variable B, and you should be able to do the inverse operations to get B by itself. But a lot of students definitely struggle with that whole process. So if it's a multiple choice question, as this one is, and as you can see, all of the answer choices have variables in them. So you can, whenever you see a multiple choice question that has a bunch of variables in it, 99% of the time you can store numbers and kind of figure out what you need to do. So that's what I'm going to do here. So first of all, you can see on my iPad that I'm going to store 2 into A, 3 into B, 4 into C, and 5 into H. So every variable on the right-hand side of the equation, I'm going to store number 4. And then when I get all those numbers stored, I'm going to calculate the value for V, which is the volume on the left-hand side of the equation. And then once I have all of those variables stored for, I'm just going to go through the answer choices and see which one gives me a true statement. Because once I calculate the volume, it's going to be that the whole equation is going to be true. And then I'm just going to go through and look to see which one gives me a true statement. So let me kind of go through and just do it. So I'm going to pull up my calculator now. And here we go. So I'm going to go to the home calculate screen, and I'm going to store those numbers. So 2, control store into A, and then I'm going to do 3, control store into B. Then I'm going to do 4, control store into C. And then I'm going to do 5, control store into H. Whoops. Into H. Now, once I've done that, I've got everything stored. We're good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the menu, and I'm going to use this numerical solve. And basically what this is you just type in the entire equation. And then we're going to solve for V. So watch. I'm going to do 1/2. And it's going to be A, and I'm going to put a multiplication symbol in here because I know that when you start putting variables next to each other, the calculator sometimes gets confused. So it's going to be B plus C. And notice that all the variables that I'm typing in are bolded, which means that I have a number stored in there. And then I'm going to multiply times H. Now, the very last thing that you do is you got to tell the calculator which one of these variables you're actually trying to solve for. And I'm trying to solve for V. So I do comma V, then I close the parentheses, and then I just press enter. And it says, when you store all of these numbers on the right-hand side and you calculate the volume is going to be 35. So watch what I do. I just need to do one more thing. So I'm going to take this calculated number that I found. So that's what V is. And I'm just going to store it in for V. 35, control, store. And then I need the letter U, V. And then I press enter. Boom. So now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the iPad real quick, is either I can type in the entire equation and I should get a true statement, or I can type in this side of the equation and it should be equal to the value of B, which is 3. So I'm going to do half of them by just typing in the whole equation, and then the other half, I'm just going to type in the right-hand side of the equation, looking for 3. So let me go and do that real quick. So let me erase this. So I'm going to go through and enter each equation. Okay, so the very first one, it says that B is equal to, oops, let me make sure this is, click on this. B is equal to control divide. It says B over 2 times, and I'm putting 2 times A times height, and then plus C. Now, if this is right, I should get a true statement. If it's not right, if it's not the answer, I'm going to get false. All right, I got false, so that one doesn't work. So now I'm going to go to 2, and I'm going to do that. Now, in this case, I'm just going to copy it because it's basically the same thing, except that instead of having a plus C, I have a minus C. Now, I'm just going to press enter. I get another false, so that's not the answer. Now watch what I'm going to do. For the other 2, I'm just going to enter the right-hand side of the equation, and then if it's right, I should get the value 3. So I just want to show you that you can do it 2 ways. So this one, I'm going to do control store, control divide, and then we got 2 times V over A times H, A times H, and then we got plus C. So I gotta do plus C. Then I press enter. Now, if this is right, I should get the value that we plugged in for B, which was 3. And I don't. I get a value of 11. So that doesn't match. It should be this, because I stored 3 into B. So when I get B by itself, B should be equal to 3. So now let me just go in, and I'm going to copy this again. And then I'm going to, all I have to do is subtract the C. So I'm going to do minus, and then I press that. And it gives me the value of 3. So this is the answer choice. Now, I'm going to show you that basically what I did was essentially what I did on the first 2. So I could copy, I could copy this. I could copy this. And then instead, I can make this B equals B, just like I did on the first 2. And now I should get a true statement. And I do. So basically, these are the same. Either when you do this, the right-hand side, you should get the value of what we started with, that we stored into B, which is 3, or you could just type in the whole equation, and you're looking for the one that gives you a true statement. And this is the one that gives you a true statement. This also gives you a value of 3, so you know that's the right answer. So you would choose 4. You would choose 4. That's your answer. All right. So whenever you have a multiple choice and they're asking you to solve for one of the variables, then, and especially when they have the answer choices with a bunch of variables, you can always store and find out which one gives you a true statement when you actually calculate it. So I hope this has been helpful. To be honest, I think to really get the value of this, it would be good to do a couple more examples. I just don't want to make this video too long. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. And if you need any help, just let me know. All right. Bye.